rather have Kyler Murray or Jalen Hurts?
I would rather have Kyler Murray.
Would you rather have Kyler Murray or Brock Purdy?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, that one you have to think about. Interesting. I can't even be, I don't even know where to begin to explain how ridiculous of a conversation this is right now to say that you would rather have Kyler Murray over Jalen Hurts. And then to follow that up with, well, what about Kyler Murray or Brock Pinn? You're like, oh, like that I need to think about, like that I could understand if you're just so gung-ho on Kyler and you're like, I think Kyler's a top 5 quarterback. He's just been with a bad team all these years. I actually could support that take way more. I could, because you have this insane belief in Kyler. You think because of coaching and the roster and the O-line and that like, okay, it's fine, right? I can understand the take. Not that I agree with it, but I can at least understand it. I can understand like the direction that you're trying to go in, but like when you have that interaction right there, what you're saying is way more about Jalen than Kyler, than your belief in Kyler. And saying that what we've actually genuinely seen out of Jalen Hurts in some of the biggest games, not even just Super Bowls, but obviously, of course, Super Bowls and playoff games in general, we've seen Jalen do so many times, and we've essentially seen Kyler do checks notes. Never. Never. What are we talking about right now? And listen, I think Kyler Murray can have a lot of success. Like, I don't think Kyler Murray is this, like, trash throw him away quarterback here. I don't. But what are we doing here right now? Seriously, what are we doing here right now? We're just going to erase all the years of success that Jalen Hurts has had. Like, really? And here's the thing. Here's like the absolute checkmate of the argument from my viewpoint. Okay, it's actually incredibly simple and incredibly straightforward. You can say that Jalen Hurts' success is because of stacked roster, coaching, whatever, right? You want to give all the credit to other places outside of Jalen. Let's say that's all true. Okay, let's just say that's all true. What we know without a shadow of a doubt, because we've seen it multiple times, that when you have a stacked roster and amazing coaches and blah, 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 with Jalen Hurts as your quarterback, you get to a Super Bowl. And not only do you get to a Super Bowl with that stacked roster, he plays unbelievable. He plays essentially flawless and puts your team in a position to win the Super Bowl / win the Super Bowl with record-breaking performances. Record-breaking performances in 2 completely separate Super Bowls against the dynasty of the Kansas City Chiefs, outdueling Patrick Mahomes in multiple Super Bowls. We know that without a shadow of a doubt because we've seen it. I'm not going to go through the stats and the numbers and the graphics because, we know it. We've seen it. And if you haven't seen it and you don't believe it, bro, that is on you. That is a personal problem. We have no idea if Kyler M. And don't tell me that all stacked teams, all great teams, quarterbacks automatically. That's nonsense. That is absolute utter nonsense. Did Brock Purdy win the Super Bowl? Did Jimmy Garoppolo win the Super Bowl? Jared Goff win the Super Bowl? What about Matthew Stafford all these years? Is he winning? He got to the Super Bowl once. He has a stacked roster. He's got an amazing defense. He's got Sean McVay. Tell me, did Joe Burrow elevate in the Super Bowl when he was up against Los Angeles Rams? No, I don't think so. You realize Jalen Hurts played better than both Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford in both Super Bowls? Yeah. I mean, go through the other teams that have had great rosters over the years. So let's not make any mistake about it here, man. Let's not get things twisted. We saw Jalen Hurts do that. Do you know if Kyler Murray can do that? No. No. But now what about if you don't have a great team? What about if you don't have a stacked team? I should say not a great team, but not a stacked team. Not great coaching. Oh, we've seen Jalen Hurts get to the playoffs every year with bad coaching, with an average roster, with a bad defense. Oh, he was able to do that in 21 and 23. Oh, and in 25 had a terrible O-line, no run game, got to the playoffs, won the division. Oh, terrible coach. Oh, what about Kyler Murray? Oh, he got benched, and his team actually got better when they benched him. Did the Philadelphia Eagles look better when Tanner McKee was playing last season against the Washington Commanders, or did things look a little like yikes when people were screaming bench Jalen Hurts for Tanner McKee after that game. You didn't hear it once. You never heard it again. What happens when Kyler got benched in Arizona? What were the conversations? Wow, they actually look better with Jacoby Brissett. When Kyler comes back, is he just done? I don't think he's going to take another single snap for Arizona ever again. Weird. Listen, Kyler Murray can go to another team and have a ton of success. Pittsburgh, Minnesota, Kansas City, wherever, man. Wherever. But if you think that you can say with your chest out, without a question, with no doubt in your mind, no doubt in your heart, that you're going to take Kyler Murray over Jalen Hurts, but you're then going to sit here and have to kind of weigh the pros and cons about Jalen Hurts or Kyler Murray or Brock Purdy. What are we doing here? Are we actually having a real football conversation? Are we actually having a real conversation in reality? I mean, takes like this, and I brought this up a handful of times. I told myself when I was first making videos, before I ever really made any true videos, I was just like, what do you have to say to be heard? How can you be heard? And I was like, am I gonna have to have these big, bold, grandiose takes that people are like, what did he say? And I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, of course I can do that. I can bring the energy. I'm a crazy person in my own mind. I could be saying crazy things all day, every day. And maybe it would get more views. Maybe it would get more clicks. Maybe it would get more subscribers. Maybe it would get more comments because a lot of people would just be like, you're crazy. You have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm like, but I don't want to do that. And I was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like tossing and turning in my mind. I'm like, does it matter what you want to do? Does everybody get to do what they want to do? I'm like, if you want to be able to talk sports, like this is probably what you have to do. I'm like, can't there be another way? And I was like, well, I don't know. They just didn't then just try to just be real honest. Just try to be real as grounded as you possibly can. Just try that. You'll probably get a smaller audience, probably won't catch fire and go viral, but like at least you know you're having real conversations. At least you know you're having actual grounded, honest, authentic conversations, and you know that's important to you, and you know it would be tough to sleep at night knowing that you're just saying whatever. And I was like, all right, let's just try that. And when I see takes like this, I'm just like, okay, it's okay that you're not making videos that are getting like 500,000 views because at least you know you're having like real conversations. You're navigating them appropriately because saying something like this, I would rather have Kyler Murray over Jalen Hurts, is just such an insane statement to ever make, and there would be no actual Kyler. Murray doesn't even want to do any work. People say, oh, Jalen Hurts isn't loved in the locker room. Well, was he loved in Arizona? Kyler Murray's what? What? Who's begging for Kyler Murray? Who's standing up for Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray's not getting in there, putting in work. Jalen Hurts has the Kansas City Chiefs confetti on his phone because he just lives for football. He just lives to win. He's haunted by it. That's not Kyler Murray. So, in any way that we can evaluate a quarterback, whether it's intangibles, whether it's running, whether it's throwing, no matter what it is, no matter what the metric is, Jalen Hurts is better. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about taking Kyler Murray over Jers? Would Kyler Murray have won the Super Bowl last season in 24? Would Kyler Murray have won the Super Bowl in 22? No. Let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time. T.